Hi, everybody. Nick Fasciano here with the Idaho Wildlife Federation and the weekly IWF legislative recap, where we cover everything hunting, fishing, habitat, wildlife, and access related that made it through the legislature this past week. So we're past the point in the session, by and large, where we're seeing new bills introduced. At this point, there's a lot of things moving through. It's still possible we could see some introductions, but largely it's just existing legislation moving through the process. So what hit this week, we had Senate Bill 1003. What this one is makes it so anyone who hasn't been judged guilty of a fish and game violation, has not yet paid a fine, is not on a path to paying that fine, will not be eligible to buy a fishing or hunting license or apply for any kind of tag. So that made it through. It already made it through the Senate. Now it's made it through the House committee. It will now go to the House floor. We supported that, so that's a good result there. Another one was House Bill 128. This one would mandate that the Fish and Game Commission allow sabots in all traditional muzzleloader seasons. So that made it through the House committee as well. So we did oppose this just based on process grounds. We prefer to see this sort of thing done by the commission, but it did make it through the House Resources Committee, so it'll be going on to the House floor. House Bill 101, this was one that we did support, would have required if any right-of-way to public land or waters is vacated at the county level, that it had to be replaced with equivalent access. That one also died in committee. Again, we supported this bill, but there were some concerns around the fiscal impact to counties, and so we'll be working through those, trying to figure out a resolution so we can make sure that we see access maintained, but counties not unduly financially impacted in some sort of future legislation there. And finally, one thing that is moving through is House Bill 129. This is the sort of land bank bill, which anytime the Idaho Department of Lands has monies that could be eligible to purchase new lands, there's a 5-year time horizon when they have to do that by. This bill would extend that to 10 years. There's quite a bit of money right now in that land bank that could be used to purchase new state land. State land is fantastic for hunting, fishing, and outdoor recreation. After that time horizon goes, it just gets moved into the permanent fund. This just gives the Department of Lands and the Land Board a little bit more time to work through some of those transactions and potentially get us more access to hunting and fishing if the Land Board is still perfectly capable of transferring those monies over to the permanent fund at any time, so it doesn't have any negative financial impact. That made it through the House, but does need help in the Senate, and so we'll be encouraging everyone to contact their senators to make sure that bill gets through. So that's it. Much more to come. Things moving fast at this point in the session, so keep following on, and thanks for supporting IWF.